Big-time stakes as we approach the end of the season. Bowl positioning, playoff spots, all on the table, but only if you find a way to win. Glad to have you with us from SB Ballard Stadium in Norfolk, home to the Old Dominion Monarchs. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Air Force Falcons, taking on the winners of 9 straight, the Old Dominion Monarchs. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Monarchs will boot it away to start the game. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll run the option. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs.
There he goes. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one.
And we talked to the coaches coming in, right? Like, they knew they were going to see the option. But the speed is so much faster in the game, and the offense does a really good job getting it to the pitch man pretty quickly, making that read and making a play early in this football game.
On the option. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Goes to the option. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
You can skin the cat a lot of different ways. You're just trying to get enough yards to pick up that first down. It's not the dive man. It's not the quarterback. He makes the right read, pitches it out, and he's just able to get enough to keep these sticks moving.
Now on the option. Oh, he's got some space. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
And the Falcons back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Here they're trying to get to the edge. Running into the open space. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
The pitch to the left. He gets just inside the red zone and goes out of bounds at the 19.
Well, short yardage situation, they decide to go with the toss play. And nice job up front, getting a little bit of push. That's all they needed to get that first.
The Falcons pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. He'll ride his man on the option. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
Yeah, and half of the QB calls his own number and all these options, obviously multiple plays. He decides to stick with it, get some positive yards, and now what's next off of that? What's my next read off of that? How am I going to mix things up and keep this defense off balance?
And the Falcons come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. On the option. Headed to the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Air Force.
How about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession one, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. And he's going to bring this one out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets him out to the 25-yard line.
This offense is going to challenge the defense with their assignment football in the option game, and they're doing it here early in the first quarter. Great job by the quarterback, making all of his reads. Nobody accounting for the pitch guy, so you flip it out to him, and a nice gain offensively here.
Turning it on! Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll send the back in motion. Toss to the outside. Find some fresh air. Really good pickup on 2nd down there. Leaves them with 3rd and 2.
Yeah, this offense is going to try to run the ball and do it in a variety of ways. You'll see zone reads. You'll just see straight downhill running. We'll get the toss play going as well to try to keep this defense on their heels.
The Monarchs really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Just going to keep it after the snap. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. And the Monarchs line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. One final play before the end of the quarter. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Love. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. That's the end of the quarter. Air Force has the lead here. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. The option look. Breaks into the open. Got the first down and more. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
Using his legs, it's Love. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. It's been a great way for the service academies to stay relevant in major college football by having prolific ground game.
Yeah, and those ground games are a pain in everybody's you-know-what. I mean, they drive you nuts, the triple option, because so much discipline. I mean, they're so good at running what they do. They don't do a lot, but they're going to hit you right in the mouth and run the football.
The Falcons have it with a 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. Sticks it in his belly. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
Looking to throw, it's Cooks. He'll take a shot, and he's got it. Touchdown, Falcons. And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, every game in the Big Ten so very critical. How about this one today? Northwestern is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. We've seen this program stage memorable comebacks before. Do not rule out another one today.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
The Monarchs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Trying to get the edge on the toss. Crosses the 35. He's all the way across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41 in the running game, getting it done.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
They'll give it to him again. There he goes. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
Give to the running back. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
And Maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Spits it out to the back. He's got his man. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Now they'll run it on the toss. Got the first down and still on his feet. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Monarchs!
Man, what a nice touchdown run. And this is a team effort, right? It's got to start with the offensive line to give you that crease, and then the wide receivers start to kick in, and the running back, he handles the rest. Nice touchdown run.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Here comes the option. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. They'll run the option. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down.
And I like what this offense did. They run the option. They're good at it. They read it. They run the pitch. They get some positive yards. But more importantly, they set up a 4th and really short. They're successful in these situations most of the time.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Bought a little time, lets it go. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
It's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Toss sweep, try to get it outside to the right. He's inside the 10. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
Well, it took everything on defense to just get that guy down on the 1-yard line. He is a monster, David.
And if this offense, Jesse, is going to keep doing that, you better bring in reinforcements on that defensive line. Get some big boys, because they're about to punch this thing in the end zone.
A first down run in the red zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, ODU.
And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game. Didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Motion from the back. Creates a little room. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
On the option. Oh, he's got some space. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll run the option. Slithers into space. Turning on the Jets. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Air Force.
Really nice physical running that time. Nice push up front by the offensive line. Getting it in for the touchdown. They now take a one-possession lead here with just a little bit of time left in the first half.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem.
21, open-ended, 14. Returner runs out of bounds.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Gets the back moving. The give. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Monarchs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw on first down. Get it out on the screen. Past the 45. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. And he missed it. No good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Falcons will line up to kick off and start the second half. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He gets a block. What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive. Turning it on! Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Guys, he's up to 103 yards on the ground in this one and now sets his sights on a 1,000-yard season. They'll ride the hot hand. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
3rd and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. Quick handoff. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. What a disappointment. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
And those sting for this team. I tell you what, when you drive the field against a really, really good defense and you have an opportunity to get points, you got to capitalize on them now. And that one will sting a little bit because I thought the offense did a good job moving the ball down the field.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Air Force.
The errant 48-yard field goal attempt forces them to turn the ball over. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 31. On the option. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Running game worked on 1st down. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. Goes to the option. Got the 1st down and more. Still running at the 40. Lots of running room. Touchdown Falcons. He got loose and it was lights out after that.
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the 1st half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the 2nd half. They take their first drive of the 3rd quarter, march it down the field, and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, Phyllis. Northwestern is just getting blown off the field right now, and it may continue to get worse before it gets better. If it gets better. What a shocker today in Evanston.
And he's not going to take the touchback. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Has plenty for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 28.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7.
29 Philly. 29 Philly.
On the move. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Got room to work. Breaks into the open. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
And that is what is so dangerous about this quarterback. Not only can he hurt you with his arm, but, man, he can hurt you with his legs. And he shows you the speed on that play. Wow.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Old Dominion.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Now on the option. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. He'll ride his man on the option. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Dropping back, it's Cooks. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Trying to take it back. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll send the back in motion. Blast is way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. Dumps it to the back. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. The lead now trimmed to 28-24. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Sends it back in motion. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. On the option. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
And the fullback, this takes me back to my days growing up, watching the fullback being on the field every single play. You don't see that anymore, but the big fella gets the football. Hey, he looks like he knew what to do with it, too. Nice little pickup, little agility, little speed, but mostly a lot of just girth and strength and just grown man.
Well, guys, Air Force has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. The option look. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
The Falcons come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. Here comes the option. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And you kind of thought in that situation QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that 1st down. New set of downs. Nice execution on the option by this offense.
Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Breaks the tackle. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
And the thing I like about giving it to the fullback right away, it hits downhill right now. Very little chance for a ball handling mishap. No fumbles. He secures the football, wraps it up, falls forward, and usually gets positive yards.
They'll try the toss to the left. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds, might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He was fighting to make sure he fell down in the field of play, and as a result, the clock keeps ticking.
They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
And this fullback is just dependable, and he's versatile. He's not just a guy that can block. He can catch the ball, and like you saw right there, you can hand it off to him, and he can generate you explosive plays.
Motion from the back. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game, try to continue to do this on the ground, continue to eat that clock.
The give to the fullback. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And they're kind of going to their closer now, right? Like they give it to the physical guy that gets downhill, north-south, right away, hard to tackle, falls forward, paving holes, and this is a good opportunity for this offense to keep pounding and try to run that clock out.
They'll run the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. On the option. Quarterback on the keeper. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, I like the idea on offense of trying to get this quarterback involved in the running game. You do it conventionally on design plays, and now you try the option, but there just wasn't anywhere for him to go.
And this offense has gotten off to a good start on third down, but this is a different deal on third and long. They'll run the toss. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Air Force! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you updated on a fascinating battle going down in the Pac-12. Fresno State has the lead right now, but this Bulldog Stadium crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by a field goal over USC. If anything else happens in this one in the Pac-12 or anywhere else, we'll make sure you know about it. Back to you guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make them.
The Monarchs can really attack on this second and short. Quarterback may change this route. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Gets the back moving. Wants to throw on first down. He's taking a deep shot. He's got it down the left side. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. And the Monarchs with the 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an L.
Looking for a deep man. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. They'll run the option. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Throws to the wideout. He's got it and still on his feet. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. On the option. Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short. The Monarchs will hustle to the line. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to go up top. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
They'll go for two here and try to climb within a field goal late. Pushes toward the goal line. He's in there for the two-point conversion, and now they're within a field goal.
Great job converting the two-point conversion. You've now made it a three-point game, so all the pressure now is on your kicker. Not only do you have to execute the onside kick, you're probably going to have to kick a bomb to tie this thing up.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. Now we've got a little game pressure, and we'll see how the offense responds in a three-point game, Jesse.
I can't wait to see this quarterback and how he's going to be able to handle that pressure, David. How will he respond in this situation?
And just knowing, listen, I'm only up by 3 now, and if I can make this a 2-score game, I can almost put this away in the fourth quarter.
Sends it back in motion. Goes to the option. There he goes. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play. There's something about beating a higher-ranked team, as they're on the verge of doing here, and doing it with your running game that not only boosts your resume, but also gives that confidence a lift, too.
Yeah, it's a resume booster. It's also big for the eye test, too, David, because the committee's watching this game, and they're seeing the way that they beat a fellow top 25 team in an upset, running the ball, being more physical. It's impressive.
Oh, it's going to be added to the resume, and then later on down the road, it'll be a big deal when it's head-to-head and all these things that come into play. So earning your way as the season goes along, getting those top 25 wins, building that resume for the end of the season.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Give to the fullback. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Timeout called by the defense, and there are only 10 seconds left in the game. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation.